Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Wednesday, August the 3rd. My name is Barry Anerson. I'm the moderator of our trading room. The address to get in, I share my screen all day long. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas. Log in as a guest, no problem. I'm live on the mic between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And this is a link you can use to take out a subscription to Trade Ideas. There will be a promo code there. And just to give you an idea, if you took the full year subscription with everything we have, it works out to about $5 a day. So I think it's a tremendous value based on what's happening with Holly right now. And some of the other, traders in the room, we've just got some wonderful things happening. So just want to draw your attention. I am in this one still, MRTX at 510, holding it for quite a while. Did take some out at 516, and the reason I've done this is take a look at the daily chart. This one got completely slaughtered a long time ago. 18 down to 11, and it's the steady drop. So this one may be trying to make a little bit of a comeback here. Certainly, I'm not going to be holding this any length of time, but more than likely just a day trade. The other one that I'm in is actually, I want to keep this one. Put it over here. The other one I'm in is this Tailored Brands. I actually got in here originally at 14.13. I took a little loss on it, 6-cent loss. I'm back in now at 14.15. See if it can, take a bit of a rise here. This yesterday, right here, this is a 15-minute chart, so this is the area that I'm hoping it will really clear. And who knows, it might attempt to fill some of this gap here. Not a bad little move here, but we'll wait and see. All right, so cool. Cool was the first trade I took today, and basically kind of set the tone for it though for the rest of the day, but didn't move quite as much as I wanted to. We saw this one in the pre-market. See, here's where it closed yesterday. So let me just expand this just a little bit here. So we were watching this one in the pre-market. Here's where it closed, 4.45. Massive gap up. This has been in play before. So this was the high of the pre-market right there at 686. I basically said, if it can get over the high here, but I took it just before, excuse me, I got in at 680. Took some out as it popped over 704. Took some more out at 723. Obviously was hoping that it would have much more of a continuation. It just didn't do it. And, got out. So wasn't really, it was, again, it's a low floater. Cool only has 42 million. I shouldn't say, actually, let me see how much Cool has. Cool has, only 700,000 in the float. So it's an extremely low floater. And, it just didn't quite have the continuation that I'm sure a lot of us wanted. Now, just wanted to point out one extremely good Holly trade. Now, this is one that I traded twice. The original alert for this one was here. The original alert was at okay, why is it? Oh, the symbol linking is off. Sorry about that. Symbol linking is off, I think. Yeah. Okay. So here is the alert for ADXS right there on this candle. 1180 was the alert price. Here was the stop. Now I did get into this at 1180, and I took some out. I took some out at 1192, right about here on this candle here, and then it just didn't. I actually said in the room that in case it doesn't want to break through 12, I wanted to take some out at 1192, which I did. And then it fell back down all the way here, and I thought, okay, that's a great get out. Now watch it again though, and it popped over 12. Took the trade again at 1210. Got out at a couple areas, 1225 and 1235. Again on this pullback, basically got me out. Kind of forgot about it, which was of course the mistake. Look what it did afterwards. It just is completely ramped up. Dan Merkin, our CEO, came in the room a couple of times, and one of the things he said, which is, It could turn out to be true. I don't know what point, but with the Holly trades, the way they've been going, first of all, they make great watch lists. And instead of my having, all these other windows that constantly looking at, there could come a point where all I'm going to trade are the Holly alerts. It's hard though to break old habits. Yeah, you can be pretty stubborn. There are things that you like, setups that you think you like, and you don't want to miss them, and you want to click on a symbol, excuse me, symbol after symbol after symbol. But the way Holly is starting to perform, I mean, fit is another one. I mean, here is the alert right here at 1424. 1399 was the. I didn't get into this one. I was doing other things, I guess. Would have loved to have got in. This was an earnings play, but it just moved incredibly well. INSEE is another one. Excuse me, 1694. Now it hit a high 1824. Making tremendous watch lists. Granted, definitely some, you've got some froth here, but if you watch these things all day long, there are sometimes you just get setups all day long. So instead of clicking on 1,000 different symbols all day long, these are starting to give. Etsy's another one. Etsy again 1367 was the alert, got as high as 1459, so almost a dollar. So I mean this is kind of on and on and on. So there could come a time. The only thing I'm going to say is that it'd be very difficult for me to get rid of my low floaters on the move, especially right off the bat. 9:35. Excuse me. In the first 5 minutes, we can get some really, really good alerts on these low floaters. And let's face it, they do give us the best um, potential percentage gains. Excuse me. Just one second. Okay, sorry about that. Had a coughing attack. All right. So anyway, Holly is really, really starting to ramp up their performance, and a lot of it, to be honest, we have a lot of earnings. There are some earnings plays. The earnings plays can really be pretty steady all day long. Not necessarily steady in terms of necessarily always going up in the trend you want it, but steady in terms of activity. A lot of these stocks, when they have earnings, especially the more obscure ones, when they have earnings, that's their day, and that's their day to trade all day long, and you get some good activity in them. But anyway, it's going to be a short one because I really just wanted to emphasize the fact that Holly has just been really, really excellent over the last several weeks, and I truly believe she's only going to get better and better and better as she learns a little bit more. We're going to add some more. We're always, always striving to add some more indicators, ways in which to help you trade. One of the ones is, of course, this risk on and risk off, and I know it's difficult for people to completely understand what this is all about, but we might even change the terminology. But basically, when you see the risk off, this is the profit that Holly has taken in all the trades when she has got out of every single trade. All right, and Holly has to get out of every trade either on a get stopped out or time out, or sometimes it's literally because here's the exit reason. It was a profit save. At the beginning, this is why I got out of ADXS because it was a little bit up and down. INSEE was the same thing. So was FIT. So, these are profit saves. So it doesn't mean you have to get out of the trade though at that time. It just means that Holly is getting out, but you should keep watching the symbols, and especially when you see the risk off. So that is the actual profit that Holly is going to book for the day when we compare it to the SPY. But this is the risk on. Now I know the terminologies I know are. Some people say, well, risk on, does that mean we shouldn't be taking risk? Like the risk is on, the risk factor is on, and it's again, I don't think it's that intuitive, and I think Dan finally is agreeing that we may change the terminology. But basically, this means take risk. The risk is on. Take the risk. You should be risking more because Holly is telling you that the trades, even though she got out of them, these trades are still working. So the other thing too, though, is I think we're going to be more or less automating this, so you don't have to flip back and forth to see whether it's risk on or risk off. That somehow it's going to be automated to let you know that okay, Holly is in a mode in which you should be still in trades. Maybe we call it still in trades or keep the trades going or something like that. Anyway, that is Holly again is just starting to perform extremely well, and I'm really happy about what's happening there. And who knows, there might come a point where that's all I'm going to trade along with my low floaters. But that's all I'm going to trade as a great watch list all day long. All right, thanks a lot for listening. I'm going to close this one down. Again, here's how to get into the room. I usually open the room at about 8:45 Eastern time, of course, and start sharing my screen then. And then I get on live on the mic between 9 and 4 p.m. Eastern time. Thanks a lot for listening, and I hope to see you in our trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.